Thank you, sir. Thank you for such wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikhil Prasad. I'm working as an assistant system engineer trainee in Tata Consultancy Services. So, guys, I hope you have had your breakfast, you have had a cup of coffee, tea, or some might have Bonvitas, right? So, let's start. So, if you are clear that you want to work in IT field, you have definitely joined this session, right? So the most important thing is clarity, right? So if you are clear about something, you definitely will succeed in IT field. As Honorable Ratanji Tata once said, I don't take right decisions, I take decisions and then prove them right. So for me, becoming a part of TCS family is my greatest pride, and I will do my level best to prove it right. So guys, I want you all to be clear that if you want to be a part of the IT field, you definitely can, and you definitely can succeed in the same. Okay. Life is full of challenges, right? Being a mechanical engineer and an IT field, not a great combination, right? But every challenge, every adversity brings within it the chances, the seeds of growth and opportunity. So this is your chance to grab it, friends. This is your chance to grab the opportunity and climb the ladder. Okay, when I talk about my experience, Kulkarni sir recently told me that most of the students have given the Infosys exam and they will be giving the interviews soon. So initially, let me start with the interviews. Okay, how they are scheduled, what type of questions are asked, and stuff. So initially, I will share my experience and I will help you with other questions as well, which my friends have experienced or which my seniors, my colleagues have experienced. So I will tell you everything. Don't worry about it. So first, let me talk about TCS. My TCS interviews were scheduled in 2019 September. The interview in TCS went as I wanted because I was so much prepared for it. It was my first interview and I was prepared 200%, guys. Okay. So if I was prepared 200%, I had a chance to give at least 75 to 80% because I was so nervous. And trust me, guys, I'm very nervous when I talk on stage or when I talk to someone. It's not my cup of tea for sure. So there was one person lagging in the interview. They took 10 of them and one seat was remaining. So none of them were ready to go because they were afraid. Obviously, anyone will be afraid when you talk about such a great multinational company, Tata Consultancy Services. But I went because I was confident, I was prepared. I was prepared with the coding section, I was prepared with the C language, I was prepared with mechanical section, I was prepared with everything that was on my resume. I was prepared with my introduction, I had answers for questions that I wanted them to ask and everything, guys. So I want you all to prepare in the same manner like I did. So you will definitely be in TCS, Infosys, Cognizant, or whatever it may be. May it be Google, Amazon, or anything, guys. If you have that confidence, if you have that clarity, if you have that knowledge, you are no far from being there with them, working with the people in IT, competing with them, learning with them, and simultaneously working with them. So let's talk about the interview process, how it was. So the first most important thing is introduction, guys. 90% of your work is done if you have a great introduction. So many people might have a question, what should we put in our introduction? So the first important thing is the initially you should start with introducing yourself, your name, from where you are and everything, your latest qualification. Don't start with school, primary, secondary, because no one is interested in it. Just talk about the latest one, that is you are completing your graduation from Sandeep Institute of Engineering and Management, Nasik. That's it. Just talk about the latest qualification. Next most important things are, you should have your skills in it, you should have your strengths in it, you should have you should definitely have your skills in it. That's the most important thing by far. Introduction separates you from other candidates because other answers might be similar to what others say, but your introduction won't be similar. Your skills cannot be similar to what others are. You can be good at something, you can be bad at something. So be so good at what good you are that no one is even close to you, right, guys? So this was my experience for TCS. The next round was managerial round, where they asked me whether you, most of the questions they asked me on my introduction. And the third was HR round. HR is just a mandatory thing, but most of the questions are like tricky things. Like they will ask you, do you prefer working in night shifts? Would you work if we tell you to work at nights? Would you wear this? Would you wear that? These are the type of questions asked. Would you shift to cities other than Maharashtra? These are tricky questions, guys. Don't worry about them. Just tell them, yes, I am, and there you are. Because after you have given the interview, there is a process called you have to select your location. You will get an email for your location selection, and you can give your preferred location. Most of them get, many of them don't get, but that's not an issue. But if the HR asks you, you should definitely go for a yes answer. Some interviews go as you have planned, other interviews don't go as you have planned, right? Let me take you through my Infosys interview. So I was prepared for Infosys as well. One day before we had exam for Infosys, and the next day was the interview, right? So I was prepared, not completely though, but I was, as I had already given the TCS interview, so I was confident enough. So I planned that as my TCS interview went, I wanted them questions to ask, and they asked me the same questions. Infosys didn't went like that, guys. There was no question for introduction. The first question that was asked to me was, you are a mechanical engineer, you cannot work in an IT field, and a full stop. Not even a question mark, guys. So that thing can directly damage your brain at that moment. You don't tend to think anything else. So just be confident. The answer for that is same why you want to work in IT field. Just have 3-4 connections, 3-4 twists in it, and ask you the same question. So they told me this, and they told me, give me one reason I should select you. So I gave them an example about the CEO, and later I just told them, I calmly told them, according to the survey in December 2019, Infosys has 154,454 employees to be precise, and I wish to be the next. Guys, your answers should be prompt, your answers should be clear, and that's all you need to crack the interviews, right? The technical sections, when I talk about the technical sections, you got to prepare the C language, which is the most basic one for the mechanical engineers, which they prefer, right? Because it's the most basic one. So you just need to get the definitions right, get the OOPS statements right, OOPS concepts, that is object-oriented programming concepts, right? You will be asked to write a program here and there. You will be asked about the explanation of your program. You will be, don't worry, if you answer 7 questions out of 10, you are there, right? You don't need to answer 10 out of 10 in the technical section. Even if you answer 7 out of 10 and you have 7 correct answers, let me tell you this again, correct answers. Let me focus on this, correct answers, guys, correct answers. So if you have the correct answers, you are definitely there. You are definitely there. So this was all about the, and okay, let me talk about the selection process. So you can give on campus drives, which you are giving right now. You might have given for TCS, Infosys, and many other IT companies as well. How you can apply for off campus drives. Now this is the question. So with TCS, you can check their official site. You can check your next step portals. You can apply from your next step portals. You can check the TCS official sites. There are always updates on it. You can check any company's official site. If there are opportunities, they will definitely upload it on their official site. And that's all you want. You just need to go through Google, go through their official site, and you can apply from there directly. Now there are many platforms, right? You get to know about them from YouTube, from Google, of course, from Instagram. There are pages. From, most importantly, you get the news from LinkedIn. So do get connected on LinkedIn. Put plenty of efforts there. Put plenty of skills. Have the right skill set. It's all about the skill set and mindset, guys. Okay, so let me talk about my experience now in TCS. I had joined TCS on 3rd of February 2021. Up till now, it has been an amazing experience. The people around me have been great, have been very supportive, have been very cooperative, I must say. If I have any problem with me, there are people one call away to solve the issue. You sometimes what happens with us mechanical guys, what happens, the problem is we don't understand things in IT because we haven't studied it in the last 4 years. You might get a thought in your mind that if you haven't worked on it, you haven't learned it, how can you work in IT field? And that was the question which disturbed my mind for almost 4 months, guys, sorry. 4 months that question disturbed me, because when I started learning coding, it was all like, why I'm doing this, I should not be doing this, I should find a job in core branch. But guys, trust me, once I crossed that phase, this is the best thing that happened to me. You will get questions in your mind. You will definitely feel that I should have joined some core branch, but working here, learning here, and with TCS or Infosys, it's not like that you should learn beforehand. They will teach you everything from day one. And doesn't matter if you have spent 1 year in TCS, 1 day in TCS, or 20 years in TCS, your learning curve doesn't stop. We have people here in TCS who are a part of TCS since 20 years, 25 years. They talk to us and they share their experiences, and they are still learning few things, right? IT field is such a competition, right? So even a 20-year experienced person needs to learn, and why not we as freshers can learn things? We definitely can. We should, right? Because everyone knows we don't have plenty of options. We should make the best out of what we have. And with Infosys, TCS, Cognizant, and many other companies, they provide us the right opportunities. They provide us the campus drives. All you have to do is crack it. And it's no big deal, right? For most of you who think my communication is weak, I won't be able to do it, guys, just trust me. I will give you just a simple example, okay? For all the people here who think, because many of my friends thought the same, they contact me that I have a problem with communication, I won't be able to crack the interview. So for all of these people, for all of my such friends, I have just a simple example. Your mother tongue might be Hindi or Marathi, right? Marathi more preferably. Some might be Hindi, Telugu, any language, mother tongue. So tell me how you have learned it. By speaking, right? Once you know how to speak, you have heard your parents speak, you have heard people around you speak, and you learned. Nobody taught you. So for people like these, how you should improve, just speak it out. May it be wrong. It's okay if it is wrong. There is no problem if it is not correct. You will be there at a point. There's always a right time for the right thing, right? So the most important thing is to start. So if you start from here, you definitely will grab your opportunity, and you definitely will upgrade your communication skills as well. And when I talk about other things, you should definitely learn the German language, foreign languages. It's of greatest importance, guys. If you want to work in Germany, including the core branch, Germany, most people go for MS, most people go for jobs. And if you know the German or any other language, that is the foreign language, it will be as much useful to you as learning C sharp or learning C language in IT field is. So just be clear in your mind where you want to go, where you want to work. Here you are here for the IT section, right? For the IT lecture. So I think all of you want to work in IT. That's not a problem. Everyone can, okay? So that's not an issue at all. And when I talk about why I joined TCS and not Infosys, guys, trust me, you guys will be privileged to share the Mysore training experience. We unfortunately we couldn't, but I hope you will, because you have your Infosys interviews right after a day or two. So just go for it, guys. Infosys, a great company, a great work ethics, great person, Mr. Narayan Murthy, Sudha Murthy ma'am, great people to lead there, great examples to set there. If you are at Infosys, you will enjoy a 7-star facility at Mysore. And if I had that option, I would have gone to Infosys too. But I didn't had that option, right? So some things happen, some don't, but you need to go on with it. I joined TCS because my joining came early and my Infosys joining was later, and many other reasons as well. So lastly, I would just like to say, you can either be a fish in the ocean or a shark in the ocean. And if you know the importance of hard work, confidence, clarity, and if you want to achieve those things at any cost, you are definitely one step closer to being the shark of this ocean. And if you talk about the schedules, guys, right? Let's talk about the schedules now. Till 31st of March, I slept for about 12 to 14 hours a day because I had nothing to do. But things happen, you get the right schedules when you want to, right? Exactly. So from 3rd of February, that is, I started it from 1st of February. I wake up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. I sleep at 12:30. I don't get a sufficient sleep. But I tell all the conditions which oppose me, which are opposite to me, which tell me you should not do this, I just tell myself one thing: extraordinary things don't happen with ordinary schedules, and they don't happen to ordinary people. So thank you, guys. This was it from my side. If you have any other problem, if you have any other query, you can contact me directly. Most of your friends in the final year have already contacted me, already take my guidance. The training and placement team in SIM is doing a great job. But if you need any help from me, I'm always there to help you. And if you're not comfortable with me, you can get connected to other people as well, which is Sunny, Rudra, and Rachna, Prashant, any one of them which you are comfortable with, and they will definitely answer you. They will definitely answer all your queries. I'm confident about it. All of us are here to help you. Myself at TCS, others at Infosys, we are here to help you, guys. Just you need to help yourself. If you help yourself, the training and placement team, us, everyone is there to help you. So just put a step ahead and go ahead. And I wish you all the best for the Infosys interview and for everything you do in near future. I'm there to help you. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nikhil. It was really a wonderful session, and the experience shared by Nikhil was really enough good to guide the elder brothers. Now I request all of you to means see his session again and again if you have any problem, because it is available on YouTube also. And also I request you that though Nikhil has told you that you can contact him, but his working hours are from 9 to 6. So after 6 o'clock, if you called him or if you required his help, you can contact him. But within this office timing, I request you that don't disturb him or Rudra or Rachana, Sunny, Prashant, Vikas, because all they are engaged in specific task. Might be their exam is going on, or they are having meeting. So according to their schedule, please contact them, and first of all message them that I wish to talk, or I have this problem, and they will reply to your message, and then you can have a communication, oral communication on mobile. So cooperate them also, so that you will get the help from them in real manner. So once again I thank you, Nikhil, and I am proud that Nikhil is our alumni, and he has succeeded not only in Infosys, he is succeeded in TCS also, and in his career he will take a great step ahead with his he has going to do the tremendous effort. And really, dear students, that always the intelligence or smart work is not needed. Needed is what? Hard work and your will. So Nikhil have smart work, intellectual he is, but he has ability to work hard. That's why he has achieved something till date in his life, and I hope that he will achieve a lot in his future career also. I wish Nikhil all the best from training and placement department as well as mechanical department, and I wish you all also a best of luck, so that you can also be our proud alumni in next year, and you might take a session for your elder brothers. Thank you. So we will conclude here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you, sir.